Hey guys, and welcome to the Saturday stream. We're here playing Kerbal Space Program, and today we've got the Breaking Ground update, the DLC. Oh man, it turns out that I did actually get a free copy, so that's pretty cool. I wasn't really expecting one. I thought that I was one of these people that bought far too late, but no, wonders were mine. Hey Wise, how you doing? I cannot see the chat. This is terrible. Feeling any better today? I am feeling, 99% better. I can sit up, I can be like, oh, I'm no longer like sat on the sofa questioning my life choices, being like, oh, I feel so bad. Why is my stomach just emptying its contents? There's nothing left and my throat burns. That's kind of how I was going for the most of the week. It was bad. So we've got some robot parts, and I have not even had time to play with them. So I thought we might do one of the first things that we should always do with robots is just try and make some sort of like hammer throwing slingshot device. I don't have my basic controls on that I really do like to have. Of course, today we are open to any and all suggestions. We're just going to be playing about trying to make ourselves something that looks pretty good. Now, these are rotation servos and these are heavy rotors. What do we reckon the difference between the two is? Hey Cubic, hey Jackson, hey Slice of Pizza Pie. How did I get it for free? I bought Kerbal super early. So that is pretty cool. Which also means that I may be talking giveaways later on. Yes, indeed. I may very well have another copy. The only thing I haven't figured out is where I'm going to get you guys to like slap your answers. I've got a little bit of a question, but okay. Right, the first thing I want to do. Who have we got in here, crew-wise? Sigvis. Cool. Sigvis sounds awesome. I have no idea whether just this on its own is going to be useful, a part that we can use, or what. Look, it's got a little series of connection points. I hope these work better than the Infernal Robotics ones used to. Bam, snap. Okay, that's cool. Now, the other thing I'm wondering is, are we going to, before April 2014, actually, I already got my DLC, so no thanks on the giveaway. Cool, that's fine. Well done on the self... See, this is the other problem with being here, with my brain just doesn't work anymore. the self... It's not even censorship. I don't know what I'm saying. Well done, Wise, anyway. Well done. Let's throw some other bits on here. Something that's got a little bit of heft to it. Something like this. Let's just put that there for balancing. That's a terrible balance. Let's put something heavy on there for balance. Large. Maybe large is a little large. Radial holding tank, yeah, this seems good. Let's get one of those because this can hold an awful lot of ore, and then I'm going to put a decoupler on the end. I'm not expecting great things from this. I just want to see if it is a functional, and then we'll have like some sort of lobbing device. What are we going to throw? It's going to be something structural, probably. Oh, how about some sort of disc? Yeah, no. All right, that doesn't want to attach. All right, fair enough. That's fine. We'll go with that. This thing. This looks like it wants to. It doesn't want to. Structural fuselage. One of my favorite words. Yeah, there we go. That looks big and chunky and like it might just tip over. Let's try it anyway. Go. Honesty. I mean, yeah, honesty. I think that's probably honesty. Yeah. All right, let's see how this controls. I've literally not even... Well, I loaded it up to make sure that it would work, but as always, I've got busy, hectic life. So this thing here is like some sort of sequencer, right? Yeah, play, pause, loop mode, aim camera, open, editor. Okay, yeah, so this is almost exactly like the sequencer that we all know and love. What about you? What have you got? Clockwise, direction, no symmetry, this part only. Okay, that's fine. Motor, torque clip. Ooh. Okay, it's almost doing exactly what we wanted. Now, if we press this, woo, break everything, and that gets going. Okay, I think we need to work on this a little bit. I think we need to... Well, we got a little break dancer on the go here, but we can definitely do better. A revert flight to vehicle assembly. Yes. All right, okay. So now that we've got that, let's take this off of here. That is still going to be our projectile, but we're going to work this out a little bit differently. Does this mean artificial gravity ships? Oh, yes, this very much does. All right, we'll make one of those in a second. I just want to make a bit more of a flingomatic, and then we'll get on with it. There's this new bunch of stuff here as well. Grand Slam passive seismometer. Cargo storage units. Yeah, we'll definitely have a good play. Farmer Dane 12, how are you doing? Welcome to the We're Just Playing with Robotics stream. That's pretty much all we're doing. Okay, so we tried the Rotatron. We know exactly what that's doing. I want to know now what these rotor servos do. If I put that, that's not quite what I was expecting, but I like the look of it. So if we get the cubic octagonal and maybe attach that to the top here, and then can I just copy that? Yes. Not like that, but indeed like this. And then I want to connect that. Aha, I see the problems here. I see the problems. Let's remove this. Let's put this point upwards like so, and then using the wonders of the widgets, we should be able to pull this down here. Realize that we want it to be the other way up, like that. Yep, and then press a 2, bring it upwards. Okay, this should be some sort of a ridiculous... thanks for the first like, man. Thanks for the first like. Yeah, we're going to try and make some sort of ridiculous long arm throwing device, I think. This is definitely going to... There's going to be problems. It's always problems, but we can make it work. Let's try that there like that. I then want to turn this once more around here, and then I think this is probably all we need, right? Let's get rid of this bit. Grab this. Attach it there. Okay, we're going to get literally one go with this. I need more supports. Anyone can see this is going to fall over, right? Let's try like that and like this. If I do it on the absolute, we can get it to nail flat. This is one of the best inclusions they ever did in the Kerbal game, was giving you an absolute. What is this thing? We're about to find out. I saved it, but there's no point. So let's try and figure out how the sequencer works now. What I want is everything to be swinging at once. That's my plan. I'm expecting some troubles, because we're playing with new systems. Okay, so if we open this now, open the editor, how do we actually get access to stuff? Like, look at this. This is a sequencer, right? Okay, so let's play. All right, yeah, okay, I get the inputs here. How do I then, like, move that into there? Let's have a look. Add part, add point, sharp, smooth, index time value. Do I need to put this on here? Is there a way of doing it? Anyone see the way? Maybe I should have looked this up. Okay, do we have to turn to the wiki? I like the fact that this is relatively free-flowing. Locked no, motor no, dampening, transverse rate. I don't understand how this is working. Does anybody else understand torque limit? There we go. Turn that down, turn it back up. Are these separating from each other? No. So we know how to work this one. This one we figured out, you turn that up and it goes nuts, right? But how do we then put that over here? Can I drop it in like that? No. Step. You would have thought this would have been somewhat explained. Let's go to the KSpedia and see if it's in here. Breaking ground. Let's play, deploy site robotics. This is what we were after. A robotic controller. The CAL 100 coordinates multiple parts in operating sequences. Primary purpose. I got to drop it in the. Revert flight vehicle assembly. Yep. Well, here we go. This is our first look. In fact, you know what? I'm breaking ground. First look. There we go. Let's get that in the title. You set it up in the VAD. Yeah, cool, man, cool. You actually go to the actions, and then you come all the way down here, and you go like, why is this just like this? All right, controller. Now, do we have to open track editor? That's cool, but that's not what we're after. Action groups. Add fields to controller via the action groups. Okay, let's go. So should be able to just put this here somewhere, right? Let's go custom group 10. Talk limit? Okay, so we want to go from nothing to everything. Click to expand. Alright, cool. Select key to edit, double click to add. That one? No, that's naming. Alright, back to the KSpedia. Let's see what else we got. Go to action groups, add part to the controller, pick the controller, select the part. You can then use the track editor tool. Continue. Track editor. The track editor is a powerful tool that lets you set up curves to the control part. Yeah, I'm fairly sure this was exactly what I was trying to do. Click to expand the curve, double click to add a line to the curve, reposition it here. Okay, that really? Talk limit. Wait, how did we open that again? Open editor. Look at me double clicking to put a line on it. What? Aha, there we go. I do not want smooth, I just want sharp. And then let's carry on all the way up and over here as well. I just want it going full. This seems confusing. It seems a little bit more awkward than it could rightfully be, but I think we're gonna get it. Yeah, okay, so that whole double click to put in business, not the best, and I want this to carry on for some time. I can't pull the Bezier out any further, so let's just kind of do that. Okay, and then I want to do the same with all of them. Is there a way to then copy and paste this out? Okay, probably, but I've not seen them. So talk limit, and does it copy? I didn't, that's a shame. That is a great shame. So we'll just do the same though. We're going to double click here like this. Hey, welcome back, Gamer18. How you doing? We are playing Kerbal Space Program today, playing with the brand new DLC parts. There's a whole load of robotic parts to be played with, and we've not done so yet. All right, can we play? What does it do? That's disappointing to say the least. Let's try with this as well. Give me the line, cool, and then that goes up like that. How about if we press play now? I'm gonna assume we need to be out in the real world. Okay, let's try that. Go. You've never heard of Kerbal Space Program? Well, let me show you. Hey, Obi-Wan, how you doing? Do you know of a bug with mission-specific orbits? Generally, it's not a bug. You've gone the wrong way. If you go and look at your matching or your inclination, I bet you're like 180 degrees off. I've done it myself too many times. That's why I'm like, bam, I bet that's the problem. Okay, let's come in here. New open editor, and then we just play and what happens? Oh, it's going the wrong way. Well, that is the most disappointing throwing device I've ever seen. I don't know about you guys. So one thing I want to try, and this is going to be like major hacks here. Are you guys ready for some major hacks? I'm going to revert back to the vehicle assembly. We're going to get rid of it all. We're going to get rid of it all. Let's get rid of everything new. Okay, now I want some sort of central hub to this device, so we're going to have a cupola. You know what? I'm going to go over here because I want to have this being sort of central down here, and now we want to have something nice and heavy on the inside because this, as I say, is going to work as a hub. So let's just get a whole metric buttload of ore because these are, I believe, the heaviest in the game. I might be wrong, or at least the most dense items in the game. I might be a little bit wrong there, but I do believe so. I'm going to do 4 so we can actually just pull that out there and we'll have some sort of like central unit in there. Now what I'm going to do is go into our cargo or payload. Let's go for the payload, and I think this 0.25. Yeah, beautiful. So we pull this over this way, put this in here. I don't know whether this is like the game's going to accept this, but we're going to do it anyway. Look at that. Do you guys see some sort of like hub unit on the go? We're gonna do some major hacks with the console commands and stuff in a second, but not whilst we're doing this. Your game is so loud, gutted man, gutted, and welcome Black. Oh no, Jackson's off. Okay, see you in a second, buddy. See you in a second. Okay, the robotic parts are up here. We're gonna put in a where's the heavy rotor, and we can connect it like that. It's close. It's close to what we want. If we do this and just kind of click it down here. Does that look central to... Ooh, don't do it like that. Does that look central to you guys? It looks relatively central to me. Okay, let's go with that. And then I want... these things, I think. Oh, do you see how these parts are not quite lined up where I want them to be? So if we look at the front and then give it a 180... Now, unfortunately, because I was an absolute, I didn't actually get to see where that was pointing, but... I followed the marks, the points round, and it worked out well. So if we now do that, we should... beautiful. Hey, Cyber Akotu, how are you doing? So excuse my bad pronunciation. We're going to pop this up here, and we're going to change it off of radial into symmetry. Off of mirror into symmetry, so that we can get a little bit more strengthening going on here. I feel like it is a necessary to make sure this doesn't just fly apart. Okay, so what's the next bit that we need for this? How do people want their... I'm not sure I can do a U-turn. Thanks for the advice. No worries. You'll probably be able to do it quite well. Dude, Gamer18. TNT Tag is my favorite. Well, it's one of my favorite. TNT Run is actually my favorite, but TNT Tag, I love it. I really do. Okay, let's go with something like this. Yeah, I would like that to be mirror again. Okay, that's looking good. Now, I think somewhere in here we have a part that's going to help us wonderfully. I think it was it might have actually been part of a mod. Yeah, so there was an angled part somewhere. No, okay, so I am obviously ever so slightly dreaming about that. Let's go for the 0.12 structural tube, and it looks small. There we go. Okay, fine. We are on radial select. What's everybody's favorite circle degree? I'm going to go with that one. Can we now grab the part, spin it round in the right direction, and attach it to that? I don't think this is going to match up well. What do you guys think? How about if we go for another one of these? Twink. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. A little bit better indeed. People always just to click me off the edge when I'm TNT. Yeah, I mean, that's what you've got to do is hit them and run away. TNT Tag, much fun. One of these buttons is gonna nail what I need. 3. Can these touch? Oh, look at that. Let's I don't know. Should we just do this like this? You see what I'm getting at here? I'm hoping this will work. I want to actually aim for the other side. Or you could have pulled the parts off for me. Whatever. I don't mind. Control and Z. Let's take it back. Somewhere down here, structural fuselage. I probably just want one of these, right? Let's try it like this. Just kind of slot that there. Give us a 3. Lie it down flat. Oh, look at that! Almost. Oh, look, there's some bits that I didn't mean to put there. Almost looks like it was made to be here. Let's do that, and then we'll just connect it like that, and the game will be like, well, why you got this here? There's no point, but whatever. Do you reckon now I can? Which side did I connect it to? It was this side. So if I alt and grab, and then flip it around and connect it like so. Oh, it's close. It's not quite perfect, but I will take it. Okay. It's the worst circle I've ever made. Alright, let's try it anyway. Let's save, launch. Where are we going to put this? So, JB1 or Yobi1, a word of advice if you are trying to do a U-turn, do it at the high... Ooh, look at that. Do it at the highest altitude you can, because that's where it costs the least... Oh, F12. The least amount of delta V to do so. Cheats, set orbit, Kerbin's fine. I didn't put power on this. Did not put power on this. But here we go, let's have a look. We do that, and then we go... No, not brake. What? No brakes. What happens if I started spinning, right? And then we kill the motor. Nah, it locks up. Okay. Motor. Does this spin back? It's all spinning. Let's press T. There we go. That's still like perfectly held there, isn't it? I'm not sure if this is right. What do you guys think? Someone's saying it's what? Let's just make sure everything's working quick. Yeah, all right, cool. All right, so that's not really working as well as I thought it would. I mean, probably something to do with how bad this is. What's my power at? We're out of power. All right, let's go revert back to space playing out. Let's just slap it with a bunch of stuff. I don't think RTGs are really going to do it, but let's slap it with a bunch of RTGs. If I go radial and all of these... No, that totally went too far. The burden of too far, hey? The burden of too far. And then like that. Okay, let's try that. Well, this is outputting at... It doesn't tell me. Let's have a look up here. This is outputting at 0.8 per second. How much does this eat? What do you mean motor size and output percent? Oh, you get to scale. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Alright, away we go. The thing with TNT Tag, you just... Alright, so do you want some super hacks advice, Gamer 18? So you know at the beginning of not every round, but at the beginning of the later rounds, you all get teleported to the beginning to start the game, yeah? Run backwards clicking at the start of every round, because everybody else either stays there or runs forwards. And if you've got the TNT, when you run backwards hitting someone, you're going to hit someone and you're going to be way behind them. Trust me. And then you just run. And then you just run. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I think maybe these are locked up on the wrong thing. Look at them. Look at them. Oh, T. Alright, I'm going to guess that these are the problem, because that's what normally happens, is when I connect stuff up wrong, it just kind of holds it in. Yeah, I've tried. It's not even spinning at all, buddy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab this tiny little part here and delete it, and that should have got rid of the other one, and hopefully that's now doing right. Hopefully. I mean, what more do we have than hope? Come on, load it. So this is the part of the game that I hate the most. It's not like just the loads. Okay, T. Retrograde. I don't know why retrograde, but that seems to be the direction we're looking. And then you here. I mean, the two should at least spin apart from each other, right? One should spin one way and one should spin the other. And all we seem to be getting is just a collection of torque. Let's just get rid of this. Let's put this upright. Let's see what happens when we just use it like this. Maybe the outside ring was too heavy. Maybe what you actually want to do is start the thing spinning and then try and use the motor to reverse. Why? Look, it's still having problems. It's not power problems. They're on. Is it because it's inside? It just doesn't like that or something? Because, like, if we're connecting this rotor disc, like you see this one up the top here, like that spins separately to the rest, right? Ooh, which one is it? A bit awkward to find out. So, I mean, that looks like it's connected to the top, but how do I know that it's not actually that bit at the bottom connecting, you know? If I go there and then... Hang on, let's press Alt. Like that. Oh, no. So, pressing Alt also doubles the parts. Copies the parts, sorry. Okay, let's try that. That should be a little bit better. Slow movement of all the parts here. So, are people aware that at the moment there are a couple of spacecraft, IRL, that are orbiting various different comets and asteroids out there? Osiris Rex is particularly the one that I'm thinking of right now. Currently orbiting 10, 16, 22 Bennu, maybe 55. I can't remember the name of the actual asteroid. But it turns out that this asteroid is a lot rockier than anybody at NASA was expecting. You know, everybody always talks about, you know, how these carbonaceous asteroids are just sort of collections of rubble. But when we, humanity turned up, aha, we got it right. There we go. Once humanity turned up and started taking some photos, realized that the whole thing was a lot rockier than expected. So they've got one of these citizen science things on the go. If you want to go and like click on a bunch of actual NASA photos and tell people where rocks and craters and stuff like that are, they are screaming out for people to do so. And I thought we might do some of that in a while, because, you know, that sounds like fun. Who doesn't want to be a citizen scientist? You know what I'm saying? You know what I am saying. Okay, here's an aerodynamic wing. Maybe not like that. Let's do it a little bit less ridiculous. That and this. That is not the mirror that I want. Radial. It won't let me do that. Okay, all right. Okay, I see the problem. If we go to radial now and do that, and then we get some of these and do this. How much wing surface do you reckon we'll need? Let's try the small delta wing. I reckon the small delta wing. Big delta wing, even better. All right, let's do that. Is that leading edge first? Yes. Yes, we can make that leading edge first. Save, launch. Let's go see what's going down. Yeah, I had a little go earlier on. It was quite fun. You just like, yes, here's a crater, and now we click all the rocks. On the training photo they got, they're like, there's 100 and so rocks in here. Click on as many as you can, and you're like, okay. Oh, this is going the wrong way. Invert direction. Go. Mm, 12? All right, maybe I was going the right direction. Pushing it very firmly into the floor. Oh, I'm not going to be able to click on this now, am I? There we go. All right, that again. Look at the shifting directions there. It's not enough to lift though. That's a bit of a shame. I really thought like just the big one there would be cool. Should we push it over and see what happens? Oh, I can't actually push it over. Ooh, revert to spaceplane hangar. Okay, let's make a drone. Let's do that. Let's do that. We're going to go for a new thing. We are going to have a little structural bit to sit on. We're going to go for one of these, but I want it flat. Cool. We then go for the command seat. I want you facing the other way. Thank you. We then need to do something like some I-beams. Not like those ones though. How about these tiny ones? Yeah, sweet, sweet. Can we actually, if I attach these to the sides like this and go radial 4, go for this corner? Yes. All right, nice. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. If we can have that on local and put it inwards, we could also then go down a little bit. You didn't tilt the wings, yeah. Well, we will do that right now, in fact. And over here, robotics, I wanted to have the light duty rotor. We still don't know how those servos work, and we should definitely figure that out. But going here to here, I don't know whether these are actually going to have what we need. Some tiny wings, and then we got to figure out the power system. I might just actually go for some ailerons in the middle-ish. No, come on. All right, yeah, fine, whatever. No, we can't do it in the middle. They need to be pointed in different directions, don't they? So what's the smallest one we've got here? Anyone know? What's the smallest surface? I mean, that's pretty small. Let's see if we've got anything smaller. No, they're bigger. Maybe, actually, these. The basic fins are the tiniest, right? Yeah, okay. So, we're going to go around here. Give it tilt that way. We're definitely going to need more of these. Hopefully that's tilted in the right... No, of course it's not. Why would it be tilted in the right direction? Oh wait, hang about. Is it scoop air? Yeah, no, they're both scooping air. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. The small delta wing. Let's have a look. Let's see what it's like. Always down for suggestions. We'll do the small delta wing next if it's not enough. Oh, power. All the RTGs. Power meets legs, right? If we do like here, and then also... Oh, come on, I pressed Alt. Don't do that. And also here. May or may not. Let's find out. Crew, can I put the crew in here? Let's go for Sigvis again. Sounds good. Save it. Cancel. We'll call this... Drone Juan Trapone. GTA 5 is on sale. Nice, I've already got it, but cool. It looks too heavy now. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out. We'll scale, but we've got to do the whole like, how much does the battery weigh? How much power do we get, etc., etc. But we'll see. Cup of tea down. I don't. Also, an SAS unit wouldn't have gone amiss. I tell you what, I haven't figured out how to... Oh, they all turn on together. What? No, Gamer 18, you're just talking about things that are completely irrelevant to what we're saying. You need reaction wheels. Yeah, I think we do need reaction wheels, but also how this power flows through is a thing. Revert flight to spaceplane hangar. So can we turn that on to... No, it doesn't have a cross feed. So do we legitimately need to do this? Like so? How about that? Does that look good to people? Let's see if we got it. And yeah, the reaction wheel... I mean, we're probably going to need its own thing in the middle. But but let's try. Come on, press play. Let's go. Let's do it. Put the motors onto a keybind. That just sounds too logical, Cubic. That's not how we work. We work on right-click menus. Yeah, no, too right, man. Too right. We totally should. Oh no, the hay fever's getting to me today. Oh no, my eye has started itching. I've got to leave it alone. Again, no power. Are these real? Anyone know what's going on here? I don't. I'm a little confused. I really thought that power should flow. Okay, revert flight. Let's put... batteries on that? That's a terrible play. We shouldn't put batteries on each of them. How about if we like put these down here? Put down a battery and keybind the motors so they work properly. I really think it's a flow issue, guys, but okay, we'll put down a battery, the heaviest form of power available to us. Let's go either side here. Need a generator somewhere. Times 4 isn't the winner. In here, XX. Can it just lay in amongst that? It's going to tip us back, right? That is going to tip us back big stuff. I'll just get rid of it. And then people saying keybinds. I don't think this is going to do it, but I will totally go with it. Toggle motor engaged. That's not really what we're after. Number 1, sorry. Toggle motor power direction locked. I don't even know. Let's go for the power. Yeah, and number 2 can be engaged. Okay, save it, launch it. Still don't think it's going to work. And if it does, then I will be sat here but like eating my words. Oh, the load times. All right, hi. Electric power. Okay, so we've got some electric charge being registered. That's already a bonus point to you guys. All right, eating my words. Battery was the key. Why can it not just... we needed to invert opposite pairs. Needed to invert opposite pairs. And also, invert direction. Okay, small data wing it is. Revert fight. Space plane hangar. Or do we just change the... Okay, right, let's do this. We're going to get that, and we're going to get that, and then we're going to take this as a base part, right? Then we turn it around and think about where we want to put opposite pairs. So I want to do, not radial, I want to do mirror, and I want to do 2 of them. No, I do want to do radial, but I do want to do 2. And then we go here and here, and turn it up that way. And then these ones are inverted. And then we also grab this and this and go this way, but this time not inverted. Oh, that's not right. Why are you doing that? Oh no, it is right. Alright, and you're not inverted. Okay, so that's that and that's that. Bring these in. And bring these in. All right, buddy. Oh, man, sorry, guys. So you're going to be hearing me sniff for a little while. I forgot it's summer and that I suffer from hay fever. Not impressed with myself at all on that one, but you know, life is life and you just have to go with it. Let's go like the smallest thing we've got, the Elverin 1. I mean, it's still not actually that small, is it? The reason I was going for that was for mass reasons. As you can see, this is a 0.05. How about you? 0.04, and you're kind of chunky. Does that that even begin to look right? Oh, in fact, how heavy are those metal bars? Very, probably. Very. Okay, now let's just get a little bit of an angle on one of these. Like that. And then the other ones need to actually be facing the other direction. Now, it could be that I've got these in the wrong way. So instead of doing that, it needs to do that, right? And come down like this. Oh, I don't want to be ill anymore. Yeah, no, it's terrible, isn't it, Yobi? Like, the thing is, I grew up in a village of less than 300 people, right? I was very much in the rurals, yet somehow I've developed hay fever. I do not understand it. Do not understand it at all. I may need to run away and get some tissue in a second just so I don't have to carry on making so much noise down the microphone. Okay, let's try this again. Talk up. Nah, look at that, wrong way. Invert, go. And then same on this side. Invert, go. Let's go all the way up for you guys. All the way up for you guys. Is it pushing down? Okay. We can play with this. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to put this here, is because we could just get this running. It doesn't look like it actually wants to deploy in the direction that would work for us. Okay, let's invert. I didn't click that, did I? And then, oh, over here also invert. Surely they should be taking off now. Oh look, what's up with this one? Why isn't this pushing in the other direction like that? Look, all these have got like a downwards on the go. Yeah, I just wanted a lift, just any lift whatsoever before I started putting more time into this. But it doesn't look like it's going for it. Let's try this instead. We're gonna get 0.01, 0.187. Okay, that. It's kind of the lightest they got. Gonna go up here. Okay, no one cares about the Kerbal's comfort. We're gonna go robot, heavy duty. No, not heavy duty. We're gonna get just a standard rotor, right? I'm going to connect it up here, and I would really like to see the rest of my craft, thanks. Pop that like that. I really wanted to play with the hinges as well. I'm just like focusing on the rotors here. Big old, nah, let's delta wing it low. Mini, and then small tilt, not that way. That way. Far too heavy. We all know, far too heavy, but let's try it. I wonder what the sort of the trade-off is in actual IRL helicopters. Hey Diasin, how you doing? I hope you are having a good time. We're currently struggling with the... yes. Oh, that's even better. Quick, turn him upside down. So we stabilize it with a tail rotor of some description. We know this, right? I think, yeah. Hot new funfair ride. I remember your last name. I don't think... Were you D-Yazin last time, or were you just Yazin when I saw you last? I mean, we're getting a bit of distance with this. I'm kind of semi-impressed. Yeah, at least it's off the ground. It's true. Ah. Up to get, buddy. Up to get. Yeah, go. We're gonna go get back on this thing. More impressed that the Kerbal doesn't like instantly die. Oh, there we go. That's the power. All right, smaller wings. Revert to space plane. Oh, you were actually sorry. Well, yeah, I do a bit. It turns out. I still reckon Elverons are the best thing to use here because they're like. I don't know how to word myself here. Is that good? And a little push in one of these directions. I can't see if that's right. That way. We want it pushing the air down, right? It's got to go faster over this way, thus increasing lift. I don't know. Have you seen more? You know what? I haven't yet. I know of Mortal Engines, but I've not actually seen it yet. That's something I should have watched whilst I was ill. I ended up catching up on Black Mirror instead. Okay. Predict badness, but let's do it. Maybe we want to do this the other way with the rotor, with the shaft up top, right? I'm just impressed with how fast it spins. Let alone the precession. Ooh, what blew up? Oh, one of the things. Okay, that's not as much fun. Okay, so we need to put some stuff on the bottom here. What I wanted to do, I remember. No, leave that there. Pick this up. Move this one. Put this down here. Oh, it's not going to let me. Like so. Yep. No, it's going to be even lighter, isn't it? No, that's even worse. Even worse. Even worse. Okay, so we got some hinges here, right? Alligator hinges, big hinges. Let's start with a head. Okay, everybody likes a head. And then we go for some robotic parts. I'm going to go for the G11 hinge. And I'm wondering if we can get some sort of snake locomotion out of this. Not in that direction, we're not going to be able to. If we then turn this way. Does anyone know the mechanics of snake locomotion? I don't, but I've got a feeling there is an internet site that will help us out. Do we actually... Wait, let's turn that off. Actually want a structural part, one of these, too small. Structural part, one of you. Yeah. Go, oh, and then we just kind of spin it around that way, and then go, oh, and spin it around this way, and go, oh, and spin it around that way. And maybe we can get some sort of locomotion out of this. Let's also, I should have attached these before copying it out, but let's put some wheels on every other one or something. It's probably going to be every third one, right? Because we want it to be like opposites, yeah? Now we can just do it. We can just do it. Maybe we can get Nike to sponsor here. No, wait. Delete that. Oh no, I need to do it like twice. Right, there we go. I would be very impressed if we can get a snake locomotion moving. Hey, Royo Boys 2, how you doing? Saw you last week, right? Build some huge wheels, move some stuff around. You should totally do that, Cubic. I mean, we might. Let's do it. It's not like we can't do stuff like that. Okay, cool. Should have put the sequencer on here. Low. Okay. Oh, no power. That's why. Do we need a thing up front? Yeah, we need a thing up front. A wheel. Okay, let's again, my many apologies. I'm suffering from hay fever today, and I forgot to bring my antihistamines, so I've got nothing but snuffles for people, which is not really how I want it to be. I was expecting actually to feel incredibly ill in other manners, but no, not today. Okay, so that goes up like that. That is cool. We need some RTGs again, obviously. For the RTGs can always come through and save us, like so, and then of course batteries, because for some reason it can't just take the power. We probably actually want to have one of these as well, but at some point we're gonna have to figure that out. And then maybe I should also look up the mechanics of snake locomotion at some point. I'm fairly sure they send a ripple down, like a sine wave down their body, right? And they do that in pulses. Trying to set that up might take a little while. Okay, let's have a look here. So now can we do this? So I'm still not really sure how... Oh, already we got a little bit of locomotion. Oh, we can see how this is going to work, can't we? Okay, spaceplane hangar. Let's go and have a look. So we need to actions. Come down here. We've got the controller, and then we want to put this in here. Target angle is what we're going to change for each and every one of them. Target angle, target angle. Now, there best be some way of reversing these. So now what I want to do is like open this editor. Bam. And then we need to... Okay, let's have a look. This hinge here, I want to go up, and I want to go down. Does that look right? Time 1.51. What is the maximum time value here? 5. Oh man, that is awkward. 5 divided by 3, anybody? That's super awkward. 5 divided by 3 means we need to have 1.66. So 1.66 here. I'll take 6.7. You know, it's rounded. Can I actually 1.666? Maybe if I wasn't in number lock mode. There we go. And then you down here will be 3.3. Again, it'd be better if I was not in number mode. Okay, so that's those, and that should give us a beautiful little sine wave, right? We then want to do the opposite here. At 1.66 we come down, and at 3.33 we go up. Oh look, we could have just made it a much easier number to deal with. Now what I'd really like to do is copy these. Is there a way? Oh look, I can drag this out. Great. I mean that's a good start, but sneaky boy. Well, let's just drag it in. It's not going to be perfect, but I'll just take it wherever it comes. Ah, like really? How do I get rid of that? Minus. There we go. And then you over here. Give me the point, please. All right, sweet. And then this goes the other way. 1.67 down, and then you go up here. 3.3. I think this is actually going to completely work. I mean, looks crazy. Because I inverted, I bet they're going to be swinging the opposite ways. Okay, let's try that. Save, launch. So the sequencer is going to be very helpful. I don't like the way that they're all doing it through curves and Beziers. That's a little bit awkward. All right, what are we expecting here? Death, doom, and destruction. Play. Okay. Alright. Why didn't this one even? Loop. What's going on? Oh wait, where's the battery? What? Alright, it doesn't like it there. Revert flight space playing out. So there's a lot of serious issues between like what parts will work, what parts won't, fuel flow and stuff like that. Like, do the robotic parts not pass stuff down? If so, do I have to then put a control unit on every single part? Because that might get a little much, you know? Let's save that and see how that does. Why did the last one work? I'm not sure. Not sure. Okay, let's try this again. I want to see the editor this time. Open the editor. Play. Okay. So I'm gonna go with the fact that actually I didn't need to alternate these. Let's just remove that and remove this and see what happens if we just do that. None. Play. Forward. Why is it not playing? We out of power. The other hinges. I mean, like, yeah. Engaged. No lock. So when we did this one, this worked. What now? Why not now? Let's try just moving this around. Maybe it's too much. So like this one flows. Let's go somewhere else, shall we? I'm gonna have to put some rocket parts on this. But let's go somewhere else. Somewhere that doesn't pull me to the ground quite as heavy. Let's go engines, tiny little engines. I want to slap these on the side here, and then we're just going to turn infinite propellant on, and we'll go, I don't know, ghillie. Do people like ghillie? I like ghillie. As soon as we load. Oh, F12, not Kerbin, not the Mun, not Minmus, Moho, Eve, Juna. Oh, come on, you're there somewhere. Tyler, ghillie. Ghillie is what we're after. And I want to put this like 0. Okay, and it's going to be like, oh, that's too low. Go for here instead. I'm like, okay, thanks. I'll just take that. It must be the physics with the fact that it's trying to turn, but yeah. That's why I was going, hey, should we try somewhere with less gravity? Because there's less stuff. Sneaky Boy is now operational. We gotta. Oh, he's a scientist. Alright, fine, whatever. Do not care. Care deeply, but. All F12. And looking for infinite fuel cheats. Infinite prop. Thanks. I bet all I needed to do was wiggle the wheels back and forth. You know what? We need a pilot. We need a pilot. Can't do this without pilot. Get out of here. And you. Do the wheels have brakes on? That might be a thing. I always mess that one up. That is a pretty standard failure rate for me. So yeah, maybe. Failure method. Let's try that. No, the brakes were off. That's a bit of a shame. Repeat, play. Yeah, it's not quite great, is it? Not quite great. I kind of thought it might be, but set orbit, Gilly, go. All right, you that way, please. Let's open that editor up so I can at least lock them all in the right direction. No, you here. Open editor. Let's drag this back to zeros. Thanks. It's got a nice little banana on the go, despite not needing it. Make it again, but without wheels. Good shout. Good shout. I will definitely take all those wheels out in a second. Okay, plummet to Gilly. It's a long fall. So, guys who have been here for a while, there is a high possibility that moving forward into the summer, I'm going to be stopping my my Saturday streams and streaming a little bit more during the week, because, you know, there's stuff to do on a Saturday. There's weekends and things like that. But what days do you? When do you guys sit down and watch streams on a weekday? You know, this is something that I'm not sure about. I kind of live outside of most normal social norms. Yeah, I don't do a 9-to-5 job. I don't go to school or uni or anything like that. So I don't know what time people are sitting down to watch stuff. I don't know any of this stuff. So if you could help me out with that, that would be great. The Tuesday streams, still super convenient. I like Tuesdays. They're good. The 6 to 8. But maybe we'll widen that up when like stream for longer when Cyberpunk 2077 comes out, because I'll definitely want to like stream all of that or something. But yeah, basically past couple of days, whilst I've been led around, feeling like I'm dying, wondering what I need to do to like make my life less painful, I was wondering about moving the stream times, and I'd like feedback on from people who actually, you know, bother turning up, i.e. you guys. Okay, let's fall back down as far as we can. Gilly is always a bit of an ache to get to. Just to land on, you know. Another thing I'd like to do is try and put a whole ring of stuff in orbit around Gilly. Like, how big is Gilly? Let's have a look. What is the radius of Gilly? So I need to be like a Kerbal Space Program. Gilly. Let's go find out, because I reckon we could get a few things on there. 5 to 9 on Tuesday gives extra time. Yeah, I mean that could be a thing. The only problem I have with that is after a couple of hours, oh man, I've noticed my conversation is dropping. But I am actually super down for a longer one on Tuesdays. Like most of the time, me and my girlfriend are staying here where I'm streaming from, so that would work out pretty well. Equatorial radius 13 kilometers. That's not far at all. We could definitely get quite a few things in there. Equatorial circumference, 81 kilometers. Let's call it 82 kilometers. And if we have something every 2 kilometers, that's 41 ships. We can run 41 ships around Gilly, right? I reckon we could run 80 ships around Gilly and just have something every kilometer. I think that would be pretty cool. That might be something I want to try at some point. Because I've been talking about these things called orbital rings for some time, and it's where you have a magnet in orbit, like a whole load of magnets, as many magnets as you can get in orbit, and then you kind of balance superconductor on top of it, you know, sort of like the magnetic levitation style. You got to like super cool it down, but you know what, you're in space, so that's not the biggest problem in the world. Oh, Cole, I need to draft faster than this. That was so. Give me the surface readout. Still got like a kilometre to go at like 9 meters per second. But yeah, the longer Tuesday, I could definitely go with that. I might be able to fit in a Wednesday stream as well, though that is actually like mine and my girlfriend's day, so I'm not sure if that's overly advisable, you know. I'm not even sure what like maximum hit speed is. But then I reckon in a situation like that, with all the stuff around Gilly, we could do some crazy things. I'm fairly sure we could do some crazy things with, like, I don't know, jumping a Kerbal up and trying to grab something whilst it's zipping past, or put little catch shoots on it. Imagine if there was, I don't know, if you're in orbit and you've got 2 rockets, one pointing forwards, one pointing backwards, nothing affects you, right? You just carry on going. But if a Kerbal jumps up into that forward-facing shoot, does he get fired forwards? I mean, from the ground, you know? Or does he just, like, get hit by the rocket coming at him very fast? I don't know. It'd be an interesting thing to find out. Man, the drops. It's not like this tune really even has good drops. Yeah, we've got 100 meters to go. I really don't want to drop down to, like, 1 meter per second, but we're getting close, and I don't want to break this. I mean, that said, this structural bit on the back here probably has quite a high impact velocity. Can probably handle a fair dink, you know. Okay, here we go. My big prediction is that I'm going to try using this thing, the snake drive, if you will, and it's just going to break. It's just going to, like, look at this. I can't even settle down. Maybe now we need brakes. Let's just turn all those on. Do you think that planetary annihilation would be a fun thing to do on a stream sometime? Yeah, possibly. That's the RTS game, right, with all of the robots and little robots and big robots. But I play Planetary Annihilation Titans a lot. Yeah, I actually really enjoy Planetary Annihilation. I'm not great at it. My strategy is weak. I've not played that much. Yeah, multiplayer. Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. I mean, Planetary Annihilation single player is all right, but it's not exactly the same. It's like playing any other game. You know, you could be alright in single player, yet you're still probably going to get absolutely pwned all over in the real game, in the multiplayer. Okay, open the editor. Let's just try it. I hate it. I hate it a lot. Revert flight space plane. Let's just cry into my microphone a little bit, shall we? Okay, let's get rid of all these. We're saying we need to get rid of all these. You know, I might just keep the back one on because they flowed. Like, what happens if we do this? Oh, this is angle limit. Okay, target angle. Can we just? I mean, it wobbles fine there. So what's the problem? 0. We take this off. Do a little spin. Take this off. Give it a little spin. Take this off. Give it a little spin. Take this off, give it a little spin. We should all be facing the right way now, hopefully. I mean, I don't know, who knows. French cheated because I beat him every time. So to beat me, he set his resource boost to 10. Yeah, that's pretty rubbish. That's pretty rubbish. Open editor. But to be fair, like, there's a lot of games where that's not what I wanted at all. me in here. Up. Down. I mean, do we actually want to send a ripple down like this? Yeah. We go that. And then I just got rid of something, didn't I? This one here has to also be like there and there. And then we got something out. Alright, what happens if we do that? Go back to the beginning, please. Go. Oh, I mean, like, something. That was definitely something. Looks fast if you get it correct, yeah. Hey Adam, how you doing? Or Haley, or whoever. Hey, how you doing? We're trying to sort of make a snake. I don't think it worked very well, but I reckon if I spend a lot of time playing with it, then it would be pretty good. Okay, alright, okay. Bop. Vert space plane here. Oh, you're gay. Oh, what have you got? Your Haley Smith. There and there. Let's get rid of all this. Okay, we're gonna go for big old line coming out the back. And then we're going to get one of these coming out here. Like so. Okay, so that's supportive. And then we're going to have this coming up here. And something like this going thuswards. That looks central. That looks central to me. Let's get it right. Absolute. Oh no, actually yeah, looks good enough. Looks good enough. Now what I want, two rotatrons. There we go. Also going to get rid of these because they're not needed anymore. Heavy duties. Let's go for some heavy duties. Maybe a little heavy, but we'll try it. We'll try it. What's the worst that could happen? That way. Bam. Oh, of course it's not going to copy out because this is not. Let's do it a different way then. We are going to get these, and we're going to get where these big boys. Okay, and then we want to kind of slap those on like so. Give it a little wiggle. Something like that. And then we should be able to attach those there. Nice. Okay, and then where do these come to? Ah, beautiful. Okay, so what I want to do, this is going to be a little bit awkward, but it's something you can do in the game. You spin around that way, and you pop it right on the center line of your craft, okay? And then you get the bits that you want to make a wheel out of, and you go rotate, please, radial, please, and you slap as many down as you can. And you go something like that, and you go, oh look, that's a beautiful wheel, isn't it? And then you slap it on the side over here, and because you did it right, that way, you get to copy it out. Look at that. Beautiful. Hey miss, how you doing? We are busy trying to make a big old wheel. I don't know if it's going to work or what. I don't know which way this turns, but let's try it. Why not? I need some power, of course, because power is pretty much key to everything when it comes to robotics. Crazy as it sounds. That is what we need. Put this over here like so. Alright, it's not snaky boy anymore. We need big paddler. Save it, launch it. Let's see what we got. I'm out of drinks. Oh, put that down a little hard. Sorry about that, guys. Also, like we need to store some antihistamines here, miss. For about 15-20 minutes now, I've just been like every 5 seconds. It's not my best look. Oh, it doesn't touch the floor. Oh wait, it does touch the floor. No, not brakes. Go. Oh, of course. I mean, why would they not be? Okay, well we know how to fix that. Revert to launch. Master of Disaster, one more question I have. Are the joints strong now so they can make swift wings on big aircraft so they don't flap around like a deranged bird? So there are various options to you, Master of Disaster. No, but you can hear me, miss, and it's like horrible. 2 options to you. You either put down some supportive structures. You know, you put down a little bit of a strut. It's literally called a strut or space tape. Or there's mods that do that. Invert. I bet it's not going to work like that. Okay, alright, let's see what happens now. There we go. Right, cool. And away we travel. Well, my big question, of course, is... am I making power? I am making power. Sweet. Okay. We seem to just be, like, building speed as well, which is a bit interesting. I really thought this would top out quite quickly. Especially as the torque's only at like 60. Let's keep going. What do we reckon max speed is with this? I mean, these are going to be hitting the floor too hard at some point. But yeah, I don't know if like this sort of jointage lets you know, buddy. Mr. Master of Disaster. It seems to be holding up all right. I want to head to the water now. I want to know if I can make a massive paddle steamer. Yeah, exactly, Cubic. Exactly. Okay, let's do it. Revert flight. Spaceplane hangar. Let's start with the Mark II cockpit. Get rid of this. Bam. And we want, like, you. And we want, like... you. I want to put that back here for a bridge, right? That's what we want. Let's get some fuel tanks out because we can empty fuel tanks and make ourselves a lovely buoyancy like that, and get rid of all that. And then we're going to. I mean, of course, we need to have a tail piece because you know that's how things work. All right, that's cool. Then we're going to get some motorized pieces down on the go. I should have put a vessel mover on. That would definitely have helped us with our jobs here, but that's fine. That's fine. Did make a Boeing 2707 SST, but the joint to make the wings swept forward and back were weak. So you're talking about infernal robotics. Okay, I get what you're on about now. Sorry, man. The problem is, like, Kerbal's always had just weak, like, these interfaces are bad. So I'm used to people asking about those. Sorry. As for the actual flappy joints, I don't know. We've literally just been testing it ourselves now, so maybe we will check that out. But we've had a request for a paddle boat, and paddle boat we are going to do. I need to put this one in the middle, take off that, make sure that it works the way that I want it. We'll get one like this here. Re-jigger this to be in the right direction, and then I'll take as many as we can humanly fit, or at least curbily fit around there. Do ourselves a little bit of a drag and push. All right, nice. Do we want more? Is that enough paddles? I think that's probably enough paddles. We'll grab this one here, and oh, that was quite the radial, but I didn't want to do that. I want to just put down a little bit of... the word that I'm looking for is symmetry. Now, my thought process is this is going to be spinning this way, so it's going to be trying to push that down right now, or is it going to be trying to lift that up? I don't know. Yeah, Inferno Robotics stopped being dealt with. Oh, I would say about 3 years ago. around about somewhere between Kerbal 1.3 and 1.6. And it just really badly interacted with the wheels. Any wheel. Let's do it. This is one of the things I want to know. Actually, can this deal with the wheels? Because on that's a lot of landing gear. Let's just go on. Thanks. Wow, that was a lot of landing gear. All right, now I want something with. You know what this will do? I don't care. I got a lot of don't cares in me today. A lot of don't cares in me today. Okay, let's go this way. Not like that one. All right, brilliant. I mean, whilst it looks fun, I just don't think that's going to quite suit our needs. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Give me the 3, and then we'll click that and go absolute, and then we'll just kind of like wiggle it around, and it will line them all up for us because it will snap us to the right grid, which is kind of important. And then we just want a little something on the back to push us around. No, we got the paddle steamer. That'll do. Paddle, boat, lane. Because it's just my first throw it together quickly. No power. No power. No power. Power. I needed power. So we get to look through the loading screens. Yay! Isn't that great? They really should put something to do in the loading screen, you know. Okay, yeah, as I say, we've got no power. We need to go back. Space plane hangar. Batteries are good, but they're like short term, right? They run out. It's the problem we've got with like actual drones in the IRL nowadays is that you can only fit so much power on them, right? And that pretty rubbish. I want electrical these. Can we get RTG powered probes like IRL? So the RTG anywhere near effective enough to lift itself. We emptied all the fuel out to make it buoyant. RTGs are fine though. Radial thermal isotope generators. No, radioisotope thermal generators. Get that right. Okay. Are we about to just be like, yeah, spinning in the wrong direction? That one went forwards though, so let's invert that. Seem a little out of sync, but whatever. Totally should have put bigger landing gear and a good way of moving around. Bigger landing gear, better way of moving around. Maybe a jet engine on the back. I mean, that's totally not what we're using it for, but 2 offset, bring you down. No, come here. I need you. And you just down a little bit. And then, all right, let's make a terrible hacksy little decision on the back here. I'm going to go coupling. I'm going to go 1.2 decoupler. Then I'm going to grab a structural fuselage as soon as I find it. Structural fuselage because it's just something nice and easy to attach. Thank you. F2, bring it down. Throw some wheels on there, some powered wheels obviously, and then we'll be happy little boys, I hope. I want to put robotics ground. There we go. I'll copy that out. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just push that down low enough to hit the floor. Yep, that'll do. Oh, I love the loading screens. There's 2 parts of Kerbal that I really love. Is the loading screen and the watching you drift down to the bottom of the atmosphere. Okay, here we go. Drive, drive, drive. A little motorized unit on the back here. Are we just like caning through the fuel, the power? No, we're doing all right. We got monoprop on board and we didn't need to, but oh well. I'm sure we will get over that somehow. Oh yeah, the roll. That's very much what I'm after. Let's try and like steady that down if we can. Probably should have put like another landing gear up front, but whatever. Whatever. Okay, so my chat's not moved for a little while. Never know whether I'm just being boring or whether something's gone wrong. Actually, the paddles are super helping me here. Sometimes the chat just stops flowing for me. Nah, it's all good. Okay, let's try and get facing a la yonder and roll. Massively stable, of course. I mean, that's my life, just full of stability. Bouncing back and forth like you would not believe. I want to turn the spring dampener. I want these spring strengths to be much higher on both sides if possible. And then also dampeners much higher. Man, these are bouncing around like you would not believe. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. It's always a problem with building boats. The ocean's actually quite a long way away. I'm not sure how long the Kerbal runway is. I think it's something like 1.5 kilometers or something like that. We'll have to find out at some point. It might even be closer to 4 now that I stop and think about it. I'm trying to think of the various targets and stuff I've set up at one end and looked at from the other. It's far enough to bring up a marker, right? So it's actually got to be like nearly 10 or something. I don't know. We'll have to check out. Oh, loud engines around me. Woo. Welcome back, Gamer18. How you doing? We are currently on our way to the ocean because we made an attempt at a paddle steamer. I'm not actually entirely sure whether it's going to work as intended, particularly as I think the paddles are probably going to be a little too low, and like try to roll this back out again afterwards is going to be an interesting play. Can I get these actually also sorted? Spring dampener. Just dampen down, will ya? Just dampen right down, thanks. .0 something, 1.0 something. Okay, all right, that's working out better. We're not bouncing back and forth anymore, but man, what a distance to go. At 16 meters per second, we still have not crossed the end of the runway. 64 meters above sea level. I wonder what that is. It reckons I'm a meter up, so do we reckon that's this? Is it measuring from the cockpit? I always find those like really fine grain measurements quite interesting, like trying to figure out where the actual system is coming from. I'm more impressed with the fact that I've been able to drive constantly with just 2 RTGs and not lost any power. I did turn infinite propellant on, but I didn't turn infinite power, so I mean that's good, right? That's good. Alright, let's come down here. I keep wondering what that is. I'm going to assume it's Minmus because, you know, we can see it and it's tiny. Oh, I can't see through here. That's a shame. Man, that was a loud bird outside as well. Alright, what are we going to come down to? The real question, of course, is what speed are we going to hit the water at? In fact, looking at my speed here, I'm pressing backwards trying to slow down, but as you can see, it's not working. It's only when I turn my brakes on that we actually start to get a little bit of actual control over our speed. Alright, who have we got here? Sigvis and Halbury. Halbury, what are you? You're a scientist. Probably could have done with an engineer, but yeah, whatever. Alright, slow right down. Gonna enter the water at about 10 meters per second. Okay, get rid of that. Wow, please don't hurt me. Gear. And just the smallest little torque, right? No, one of these needs to invert direction. There we go. A little bit more torque. More torque. That's a bad idea. Wow. Warp today. Okay. But also, wow. Look at this. Are you wow. Stop, please. Press escape. That's gonna help, right? Torque limit down. Look, my PC is not a bad PC. I want to point this out. I have a pretty good PC. Wow. Wow. Kerbal, please stop. Locked, yes. Okay, I'm gonna go see. Yeah, I agree, Master of Design. Look, and there we go. We're back to normal now. Oh, let's go to the settings. Let's go. I mean, we've got the full reg, that anti-analyzing pixel light. Let's turn this run right down. Let's get rid of some shadows. I'm looking for like aerodynamic quality now. There's got to be like some sort of water problems here. Okay, let's try this. Let's apply that. Does this help at all? Oh wait, we're supposed to go to the it's this. It's this spray up here. And we cruise through night quick. Too many kilos. I agree, but man, that should be fine. Squad, sort your game out, man. Alright, how do I... Put an RP limit at 50. And then crank it. Okay, if we zoom right out, it's a little bit better. Okay, let's bring it up a little bit, slowly at a time. Turns out zooming out helps. Okay, 220 RP limit. Blackbird's outside mine are having a right chat. Sorry about that, guys. At least it's not the kids this time. Wow, guys, just wow. The noise. I've got to sort out the noise at some point, but... So far we're managing a massive 25 meters per second. I reckon if I try and look towards my pro grade. No, can't, literally can't. I mean, that's pretty funny. I like that. F2. I wouldn't want to use it to travel any decent speed. I wouldn't want it to travel any decent distance, sorry. But it works. But it works. Okay, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Let's bring this back. Let's bring this down. All right. All right, what's the next thing to try? That was pretty good. That was actually pretty good. My ground's changed colour. I'm sure this was the lighter one. YouTube is giving me complaints. It's being like, there's too many things. Sweeping wings. Okay, we'll try some sweeping wings. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. No, actually, we needed that. Get rid of you. Let's throw a rapier on the back because that's the rapier or panther. Let's go with panther. It's probably like the worst plane design ever, but we'll just go with it, right? Now, what I need are two little things to look at, that and that. Oh, you know what? That's almost doable. So we need start with the robotics. So you want servo or something. You know what? We still haven't figured out how the rotation servos work. Let's take a moment to have a look at this. Target angle. Okay, so I was playing with the wrong thing. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So if we get rid of this now, delete. We'll go with this one, and we'll turn on angle snap. You know, we'll turn off angle snap. I want to. Now I want angle snap. Oh man, gotta get it right. Gotta get it right. Something like that. Bring you down onto the line. And then let's just slap some delta wings on it, right? Well, actually, no, we want swept wings, so... They're too big, aren't they? They are just too big. This one. And... work the way I want you to, please. Okay, here and here. Alright, let's just make sure it works as we want it to. No, of course it doesn't. Invert. There we go. Better. Better. Oh, look at that! That's actually really cool. Alright, how do I now click 0? No. Can I just move it by a single point? The problem is, when I take my finger off, my mouse is like, oh, you moved a little bit. And I'm like, no. There we go. All right, 0. Bigger is better to test it. Swimming plate. Yeah. Okay. All right. We definitely need more wing than this. But... Let's put some canards up front, put some tail plane on the back, and then we'll just see if it even. Canards up front, tail on the back. Okay. And then this bad boy can sweep back. This not even going to take off, is it? Swept wing? Question mark? Save it, launch it. Oh, I bet using the sequencer, we could make some sort of rowing action, right? Oh, I might have to do that when I get back. Hey, another 3. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Go. No fuel. Who cares? Infinite propellant is a thing. Wet mode. Go. Welcome to rocket flight. Oh, landing gear would help. Well, they seem somewhat stable. Oh, I didn't get the sequencer. Okay, let's grab, click, do. Okay, do we sweep forwards or back first? I mean, this is pretty cool. I see some great space plane designs. Because trying to get the balance right is always the problem on space planes, right? And if you can just sweep that forwards and backwards to change where you want your center of lift to be. I mean, like, look at that. I know basically I'm being supported by this front and back, but just look at this. Alright, let's get down low, let's... Oh, no, not brakes, lol. I got some time for last 15, yeah, that's cool, man, that's cool. Oh, another 3. I'm going to ask you the same question. So I'm looking at stopping my weekend streams, at least for summer. And so I'll be looking to try and do some more weekday ones. What extra day do you reckon I should be streaming? When's good for you? At what time as well? Is the 6 to 8, like my Tuesday stream, good for you? Or would you prefer a different... reaching my G limits. Because, you know, whilst I've been lying around dying, I've been thinking a lot about my life. Deciding what's working and what's not. And I feel like giving my weekends up all the time, it's getting to me a little bit, you know. Literally don't care, you finish school. Yeah, you're going to have a routine soon. So the problem I've got is, as I've explained to Cubic, I kind of live outside everybody else's normal routines. I don't have a 9 to 5. I don't go to school. I don't do any of that, right? So I don't know what time other people are doing stuff. I am shocked at how good that touchdown was. Why did it bounce? Why did it bounce? I put my brakes on. Why did you bounce? Oh, because I've still got a little bit of engine thrust. Dang it. Oh, it was so good and now I've ruined it. Have they fixed landing gear? I think they fixed landing gear. Yeah, I think they might have fixed it. Like an hour or 2 earlier than Tuesday. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. A little bit earlier. Yeah, looks like they fixed landing gear. Yeah, it's about time. It is about time. Yeah, let's recover that. No, I'm impressed with how well that went. Buildings, yeah. By the way, have you been watching AVE or was that visual one only? Have I been watching AVE? I mean, I watched some of his stuff, but not enough to actually like carry a meme over or whatever. So I'm not sure what you're on about, mate. Done. So we haven't played with the telescopic bits yet. Do you reckon we can make a pogo stick? That's a question. Can we make a pogo stick? Robotics. What have we got here? What's the like the telescoping? Let's try this. Let's just have a look at what we got. Target extension. What's the extension rate? Traverse rate, nice and fast. Motorized. Okay, let's. This is going to be bad, isn't it? We all know this is going to be bad. Put you up here. We need a way of like detecting when it's on the floor, right? Okay, cancel, sorry. So that it can, oh man. I kind of feel like these robotic parts and Kerbal operating system will work so well together. So well. Just around the crowd. Oh, literally haven't expected you on his channel. Okay, yeah. Oh, that one, yeah, okay, alright, yeah, I see what you're on about. Sorry, you know me, I can't remember what I was doing like 5 minutes ago, let alone like the hour and a half or however since you messaged me. I'm going to take parachutes just in case. I don't think they're going to do much though. Okay, launch. Let's see. No remote control, no Kerbal. Why is there no Kerbal? Scientist. Sigvis, here you go. Nice, go. Do your thing. Pogo to space. I mean, that'd be like if we could do the whole lot. Does Thursday sound like a good stream? So I was wondering that because the problem is I got friends that come around on Thursday, but Thursday does also seem like a good day. I don't know. I'm torn there. I totally do agree that Thursday is a good day to stream, but don't do that, buddy. Revert flight to launch. It'd be nice if they could like stream with me or something. Do you hear kids outside? You do indeed. They weren't out there for most of the time, and today they're there. Now they are. Bam. Was that the fastest you can do? Let's turn the dampening right down. Oh, it's nearly there. You can see it. Okay, alright, okay. Revert to vehicle assembly. Let's stack them up. Mondays are good, I could probably do Mondays. I think I'm going to do Mondays. I don't know, any problem with Mondays? Is this the tiny one? Okay. It's this one. Okay, then let's change the root part first. Click, click, clickety click, clicky click, click, click. Okay, right, now that we got that there, and we do this over here. Monday seems close to Tuesday. Yeah, I also see what you're saying there. Where's the sequencer? You, come here. Action groups. This is the weirdest way of adding stuff to this. I'm not overly impressed with this, actually, to be fair. I feel like there should be a better way of adding stuff to the controller. And I definitely want some sort of way of... Ooh. What did I just do? How do I then pull this back down? Ugh. What? Let's remove that and try again, shall we? Crew action groups. Yeah, I'd really like some sort of better way of doing this. How do I put them all together? I want them all to be the same, you know? Give me the dot. Give me the dot. It's not giving me the dot. There we go. Yep. You like literally as fast as possible. And then over here, do the same. You literally as fast as possible. And then we can just hit play and it'll pogo it out, hopefully. Loop the time the loop to like 1.5 seconds. Yeah, I should definitely have shortened that time down, but no, too late. Revert to launch and make sure you're upright. You can select the beginning dot. Oh, can I? Okay. Try doing that. Failed for me. Sequencer. Just go. That is rubbish. Oh, real rubbish. Vehicle assembly building. That's just, I don't know. What's an easier way of doing it? I kind of feel like having something that folds out is actually a better way of doing this. For instance, if we come in here, go to the robot parts and like use some hinges. Oh, they are big. So all right, let's go for the smallest hydraulics, right? If I now do this, look, if I now put it into the action group for the controller, go extension, everything else should be damping down, everything else is good. Okay. So what are you? So let's go here. Well, this is 1. Oh, it doesn't let me 1. Okay. And then you're saying I can like select earlier bits or something? This dot here. Oh yeah, look at that. And change my Bezier. I don't like these Bezier curves. I've got to point that out. So what whilst that is great, that's not because I want it to start retracted, right? And we want to go boom, faster than that, like that. Okay, and then if I no, copy it out, is it now? No, it's not. Oh, that's rubbish. Oh, that's even more. Look at it. Oh. Come here, little dot. Just want to turn you up that way. Okay. Save, launch. Let's see what we get. Definitely got to spend some. Oh my gosh! Don't do that. Spend some time. Oh, I clicked the wrong button as well. Spend some time just stacking up all the robot parts and see what they do in like massive collaboration with each other. Just give me that. Just give me this. Is that the right length? It's not. This is better. Like the option of the IR sequence. Yeah, I've got to be honest, I don't like the sequencer either. I think they could have done a lot better there, but I suppose they were also trying to not just copy Infernal Robotics, because people get angry about that for some reason, and I'm like, dude, the mods have not been touched for years, but, you know, people still get angry. Like, oh, a corporation coming over and taking over somebody's hard work, because, you know, thinking of robot parts for Space Program was a hard step to take, right? Alright, we're going to see how this jumps, and then I think we're done. Especially as it's getting louder out there. Alright, here we go. We're going to come into the sequencer. Look, my legs are working this time. Open the editor. Go. And with that, I am going to say thank you very much for joining me in this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time when we're going to do something. I'm not entirely sure exactly what we're going to do, but I'll probably come up with something to do with these. I've already spent like 5 hours to do a walker. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking I might do like some sort of rowing machine and some stuff like that. But yeah, I will see you then when we're going to do that. Bye!